Here I have the VoiceBox speaker module from Medic Modules, which first and foremost provides some instant sound and fun in the modular setup in the same way as classic synths such as the EMS VCS3, the Wasp and the ARP 2600. The speaker adds a lot of character and drive to the sound, which also makes it useful in the studio as something to mic up and use in a project. So I'll demonstrate the sound and then show an example of how to use this alongside a direct recording. Here's how the unit sounds, and I'll start with a sine wave from a Livewire AFG. So you can hear there's loads of drive and character, which sounds great, reminds me of a small guitar amp. This has been recorded through this bullet style pencil condenser microphone, which has got a really nice flat even response, so it's a really good representation of the sound of the speaker. Here's a triangle wave. And a saw wave. And it's giving these waves a really lovely thick and buzzy sound. Moving on to a quick patch, I've got a sine wave going into a waveform animator, taking a sample and hold for a pitch sequence. This is then going through a resonant high pass filter, and I'll just move these around to show how the speaker responds. Moving on to examples of where I've been using the speaker practically and in some productions beyond just the instant fun of having a speaker in the modular. I've set up a patch around a sequence based on the Medic Modules EKG. I've got the DI'd sound coming directly into my sound card, and then I've also got the speaker mic'd up as we had before. So here's the sound of the DI. Fading that down now, here's the speaker's sound. Here's a mix of both sounds now. And at full volume it really starts to rip into the sound and drive it, which is great for reamping style purposes. Changing the signal to the voice box, I'll take the same DI out as before, but before going to the voice box I'm going to pass the sound through a spring reverb. And now here's a mix of the direct sound and the voice box. Then changing the dry and wet on the spring reverb going into the voice box. So I've been having loads of fun with the voice box. It's great just to power up the modular and get sound straight away without having to get the main monitors, mixer and computer involved. It instantly reminded of time spent with an EMS VCS3, which also has speakers in it. And practically it's worked its way into projects as a reamping style device where I'd usually record a direct signal and then re-record that back through a guitar amp for some extra grit and character. But as the speaker's already in the modular, I've been taking the direct signal as I did in this patch and then recording the speaker at the same time for either some tonal shaping or just running effects through the speaker to give those more character to go over direct sound. Head to medicmodules.com for more information and go to youtube.com/DivKid video for more videos from me.